Duolingo just reported earnings. The stock is down 21.5% in the after hours. Absolutely crazy. I found this picture of Duolingo. It's funny to me, but 21.5% move is really huge after the stock being down 33% year to date. Many of you guys have asked me for an update, so I'm going to talk about the stock again. Revenues were up 35%, adjusted EBITDA 61%, monthly active users 14%, paid subscribers 28%, and total bookings 24% on the quarter. But the stock is down 22% from all-time high. And many investors are wondered, why is this even happening? And I discussed it before, but a lot of the profitability, or I should say the user-related metrics, have been decelerating sequentially for the last 5 or 6 quarters. As an example, daily active users has decelerated from 65% all the way down to 30% growth for the quarter. Monthly active users from 47% to 14% on the quarter. This is a massive, massive deceleration, and paid subscribers have decelerated as well from 57% to 28.5% growth. And if you look at the monthly active subscribers, which is a key metric, as they convert the monthly active subscribers to daily active subscribers, and the daily active subscribers, they convert them to paid subscribers. So the monthly active subscribers have been pretty much flat over the last, you could say, 4 or 5 quarters, and that's really kind of throwing off the vibes that maybe Duolingo is hitting some kind of a growth wall, and they can't really grow monthly active users anymore. Now, if you look at the daily active users, out of 133 million people that use Duolingo, only 52 million of them, they use the app every single day, and the daily active users, as you could see here, have been actually increasing relative to the monthly active users. And looking at the paid subscribers, out of the 52 million, only 12 million. So this is 133 million going into Duolingo. Out of the 133 million, 52 million are on daily active users, so they maybe are on some kind of a free subscription, but they get through advertising, and this is how Duolingo monetizes them. And then out of the 52, 12.2 million are paid subscribers. And the paid subscribers have actually increased sequentially from 10, 11, 12. They've been increasing. The growth has slowed down. But, I mean, you look at this chart, there's no way you could say that Duolingo is being disrupted or Duolingo is dying. People are clearly interested in Duolingo, but the growth is slowing down, and it's giving a lot of investors, uncertainty that maybe it's just hitting the growth wall, and Duolingo will have a very hard time growing from here. Now, in terms of guidance was very disappointing. Revenue guidance was 15 to 18% growth. This is a company used to grow revenue 30, 40, 50%. It has decelerated to 15%. This is a massive, massive deceleration. If you look at the shareholders' letter from the CEO, he's mainly looking to invest for growth, and because he wants to invest for growth, revenue will temporarily decelerate. And it's the same thing with EBITDA margin. They're investing a lot in chess. Chess has so far been a success with over 7 million daily active users in less than 1 year. And this is a testament that Duolingo is not just a language app. They can introduce different products, and they can attract a lot of users. And that's, that's a really good testament for the potential of Duolingo, of being more of a learning app than just a language app on its own. The Mass, which they're going to introduce very soon, is going to be what they believe the best tutor app for K-12 math, and they want to take it global, which is really amazing. And then they have the music segment, which I believe they're going to do a revamp and introduce a newer version of them. Now, my favorite part about the whole report was actually the CEO's letter, and this is something that he actually posted from his first letter. He seems like a good CEO. He said, "Dear potential investors, the main thing you need to know is that I plan to dedicate my life to building a future in which, through technology, every person on this planet has access to the best quality of education. And not only that, but a future in which people want to spend their time learning. Duolingo is the platform for building that future, and we are just getting started." That's a pretty amazing letter. That was, you could say, my favorite part of the whole letter or the whole earnings report. And the CEO is clearly dedicated to making the company a success, and he's well known for not you could say under-delivering and over-promising. He under-promises and over-delivers, and that's a good track record to have. Now, looking at the valuation of Duolingo, and this is before the drop, it was trading at 11.5 times forward EBITDA. But now we have, which is cheap, by the way, but now we have their guidance, and we can use their guidance to determine the current EBITDA multiple. Their guidance is 299 to 305 million in adjusted EBITDA. And if we look at Duolingo's current share price, is about $91.63 in the after hours. So we're going to take $91 and 66 cents, and we're going to time it by shares outstanding, which is 46.1. I get about a $4.2 billion market cap. As you could see here, there's about a $1 billion difference between market cap and enterprise value. So they have a lot of cash minus pretty much no debt. So we're going to take $1 billion out of it. We get about $3.2 billion in adjusted EBITDA. Okay, so we take the 3.2 billion, we divide it by the adjusted, I should say enterprise value, we divide it by adjusted EBITDA, which is about 300 million. I get about a 10.5% multiple. So Duolingo is literally trading at 10.5 times EBITDA. This is ridiculous. I never imagined Duolingo would trade at this multiple for a company that has 39% net income margin, very profitable. The company is still growing around 15 to 18%, despite reinvesting for growth, and you're only paying 10 times EBITDA. So I believe Duolingo here is undervalued. It doesn't mean it can't get more undervalued, especially within the AI sentiment that language learning is going to be disrupted and anyone can build another app, which is a valid argument. But I believe, based on the earnings report, the stock's undervalued. I don't like the deceleration in the metrics. I think they will ultimately lead to a potential slowdown in revenue growth further than 15%. But I think the stock at 10 times EBITDA is undervalued. A lot of people told me, what do you think I should do? And I'm down a lot on Duolingo. But I told them it's really up to you. But you also have to take into consideration that a lot of the growth stocks right now are down. So Duolingo is down, but SoFi is down as well. Robinhood is down. Palantir is down. All the Mercado Libre is down. Amazon is down. Microsoft's down. So you have to ask yourself, what is my highest conviction idea? And if you're out of cash and you own Duolingo, maybe the best case here is either to hold Duolingo, or if you have more conviction, let's say in Microsoft or in something else, is to potentially rotate out of it and buy the other stock. This is not financial advice, of course, but this is what I told a lot of the people that asked me, what should I do with Duolingo? I told them it's up to your situation, but you have to take into consideration that everything else is down, and do you want to take the risk with Duolingo, or do you have something that you have more conviction in? As I always tell investors, you don't need to make it back with the same stock. And most retail investors, they kind of want to get back to break even and then sell something once it gets break even. But I never believed in that, and I always believed that you could make it back with something else. So it's really up to you with what to do with Duolingo. I can't give you financial advice, but for me, the stock's undervalued. And, the stock company is still delivering, and you have to trust the CEO and trust the management team. And I think it will ultimately play out as the CEO is transitioning away from just doing language learning, and he's doing more games and chess. And so chess has proven that the business model can diversify beyond language learning. And that was my opinion on Duolingo. It was not financial advice. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please press the like button and maybe consider subscribing. So I'll talk to you in another video.